Good morning. It's Saturday, February 15th. I'm Michelle Ross in the Fox 5 newsroom. Thank you for joining us live on the Fox Local app. Well, there's going to be another weekend snowstorm. The storm is expected to bring a mix of snow, rain, and ice to our area. And it's supposed to start in the city this afternoon. By Sunday, it will become rain. The Department of Justice has asked the court to drop corruption charges against Mayor Adams. A judge still has to approve the request. At least 7 prosecutors quit in protest after the order from the DOJ was revealed. Adams was indicted on charges of bribery and corruption and was scheduled to go to trial in April. And the latest in the ceasefire deal in the Middle East, 3 more Israeli hostages were released today from Gaza in exchange for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. All Israeli hostages had been taken from Kibbutz Nir Oz, a community that suffered tremendous tragedy on October 7th. Most of us probably can't even plan ahead for next week, but scientists are already looking ahead to the year 2032. They're currently tracking an asteroid that has a 2% chance of hitting the Earth 7 years from now. Fox 5's Richard Giacobis with what we need to know.
It was some 66 million years ago when one of the most devastating asteroids to ever hit planet Earth was believed to have wiped out the entire population of dinosaurs. Now in the year 2025, scientists have their eyes on a newly discovered asteroid.
Kind of like, in a sci-fi movie that would happen.
2024 YR is its name, and although its chance of hitting Earth on December 22nd, 2032 is only around 2%, it makes one wonder.
I think we have the technology to deflect it, so it's not something I'm worried about.
Scientists say the James Webb Telescope can help them gather new info on this space rock, which can track its status and measure infrared heat that the asteroid emits. That will help determine exact size. So far, the space experts say, don't worry.
The main thing to convey is that it's early and the probability is small and will probably stay small, and the most likely outcome is that this asteroid, which is about the size of a jumbo jet, will not hit the Earth in 2032. But right now, we can't rule it out.
Asteroids are space rocks that orbit the sun, smaller than planets, but there are so many of them, millions, that sometimes they get pushed out of the main asteroid belt and can wind up heading somewhere in space.
This is a warning for us as scientists and researchers that we should put a lot of attention on the subject in order to gather as many observations as possible in order to ascertain the trajectory of the subject with the highest accuracy possible.
If the asteroid impact probability remains above 1% after the results from the Webb telescope expected in the spring, scientists say they'll discuss the Earth's response. For now, most are not worried that our final frontier is near.
Not worried at all.
I think it's pretty scary. I mean, I hope 7 years I'll still be around, so I don't know if I'd like that.
So being that asteroid is about the size of a jumbo jet, if it were to hit planet Earth at that intense speed, yes, it could wipe out an entire city. But scientists say don't expect anything out of this world anytime soon. There's no need to worry. They'll just continuing monitoring that asteroid. We're in White Plains. Richard Giacobis, Fox 5 News.
New details emerging in the collision between a Black Hawk helicopter and an American Airlines jet. Investigators now say the crew on the chopper might not have heard instructions from air traffic control. The instructions told the Black Hawk crew to pass behind the jet, but investigators say the helicopter's microphone button was pushed at that time, meaning they were talking and couldn't hear any instructions. Last month's crash, which took place near Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C., claimed 67 lives. A disturbing trend in Upper Manhattan. City Council member Carmen De La Rosa says her office has received at least 10 complaints about recent incidents of assault and harassment. De La Rosa says there are several areas in Washington Heights and Inwood where women, children, and men are being targeted. She says police are looking into at least one possible suspect, but they need more people to come forward and file reports if they've been a victim.
And please, if you have been the victim, in the areas of Bennett, Fort Washington, 187th Street, and on the east side of Broadway on Overlook Terrace, we are asking you to come forward.
Community members are being asked to call Crime Stoppers if they have any information. It was a popular feature on Metro North trains, a quiet car, where riders could enjoy some silence during their commutes. The program was suspended during the pandemic, and now it doesn't appear it'll come back. Fox 5's Duarte Geraldino has reaction from riders.
More than 200,000 people ride Metro North every weekday, heading straight into Grand Central.
Have you been on a train where people are talking a little bit too much?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, so what do you do when it gets too loud on the train?
I just tune it out, man.
It used to be that at least one of the 10 to 12 cars on a rush hour commuter train was designated as the quiet car, you know, where you had to speak softly and generally act like you were in a library.
The quiet car started back in 2011. It was normally either the first car or the last car, depending on whether you were coming from or going to New York City.
But since they did away with the quiet car during the pandemic, more and more people have been saying that excessive talking, phone calls, noisy videos, and all sorts of unusual sounds have been disrupting what would otherwise be a serene ride.
They should stop the loud noise and, instead of talking and music playing, so that people could, enjoy their ride back home after a hard day work.
Someone took to social media to complain, and the Metro North account responded, "I'm sorry, but we do not have plans on restoring the quiet car program at this time. Thank you."
I don't think they should done with that.
Why?
Because sometimes people want to be, after a hard day of work, they want to be quiet to, and a peace of mind to get home.
But other people say even if there's a little bit more noise, nothing beats the calm of an easy train ride home.
I usually have a pleasant experience on Metro North. There are times when it's a little bit louder than typical, but I find it very relaxing.
If there is, in fact, more noise on the Metro North, it could be because ridership is up. With congestion pricing in effect, ridership on Metro North, the Long Island Railroad, and New Jersey Transit is up. And that, some people say, brings with it problems far bigger than noise.
It's not so much the talking, it's more the smells sometimes.
Makes sense as you're packed in there like sardines.
At Grand Central Station, Duarte Geraldino, Fox 5 News.
Some good news for New York City families who feared they could be losing childcare. Mayor Adams and the school's chancellor announcing a tentative agreement has been reached with 5 community-based early childhood education centers. The deal extends the leases on locations that were set to expire in Brooklyn and in Queens. It sounds like something out of the Jetsons or a cartoon, but this is definitely real and three-dimensional. As Fox 5's Antoine Lewis shows us, the next time you order Uber Eats, your delivery could come via robot.
Food delivery is now firmly in the 21st century. Uber Eats customers in Jersey City can soon choose to have a robot deliver their food.
We really match with what's going to be best for the customer experience, whether that's a robot or a human courier. We also are thinking about the communities that we serve. All of these vehicles are electric vehicles, and also they help with road congestion on the streets as well.
When making an order on Uber Eats, customers will have the option to select traditional human delivery or delivery from a driverless robot made by the company AV Ride. Customers can then track the robot through the Uber Eats app. Restaurants lock the food order inside the robot. Once it arrives, measures are in place to ensure it's delivered to the correct recipient.
It doesn't unlock until it reaches the customer, and only the customer is able to unlock it within the Uber Eats app by clicking unlock. So no one is able to get into the compartment, and that's how we're able to avoid any sort of tampering with their food in the robot.
And the cost of this high-tech delivery service?
There is no additional cost. It's the same delivery fee as a human courier. If a customer does add a tip onto the order, and they're matched with a delivery robot, then that tip is refunded, so it's not charged.
Uber Eats says the robots have a range of up to 31 miles and can travel up to 5 miles an hour on one charge. The robots can deliver in good and bad weather, including snow. The service is currently available in Dallas and Austin. Jersey City is its first East Coast market.
The thought was that it's a densely populated area. We have infrastructure like bike lanes, wider sidewalks, deliveries, robots down here. So it's a good opportunity to learn. And that's what we're trying to do. And that's why, we're excited to partner with them.
Right now, the service is available from 11 to 9 in downtown Jersey City with plans to gradually expand. From Jersey City, Antoine Lewis, Fox 5 News.
A final check of the forecast. There's going to be another weekend snowstorm, and it's expected to bring a mix of snow, rain, and ice to our area. The snow is supposed to start in the city this afternoon, and by Sunday it will turn to rain. And that does it for us this morning. I'm Michelle Ross. Have a great day, and remember, Fox 5 News is always streaming here on the Fox Local app.